Hi, you. Why do we build a harem rather than just get into a relationship? Is it because it's better to have a harem?
Turn right onto
That's because I use condoms during casual sex.
So if you give me a girl, like I just showed you, like the video of the ex, if you let me fuck her, no condoms, and blow loads in her pussy 3 times a day, I would rather fuck her and have raw sex and blow loads in her pussy 3 times a day than have sex with different girls using a condom. That's me, because I use condoms with casual sex. I still wouldn't fuck raw even if I had a vasectomy, though. You know, I don't want STDs. Like, there's all these non-sluttish girls, like, where? Women are like men. We like sex, they like sex, get over it. Women are forced to lie about it by judging men. So that being the case, why do we do a harem? We do a harem. Why do we do harems?
Let's say I could get rid of all my clients, right? And I could just get one incredible client. And all I did was just serve that one incredible client. And that client just paid me millions of dollars. That could be kind of fun. But what's the problem with only having one great client? If that client who controls your entire client starts renegotiating with you, you could lose your power. And if you don't have the ability to rapidly go back and get new clients because you lost the momentum, let's say I stopped doing YouTube and free tour and all this shit, and I just got this one great client. What happens to that client's negotiating power over me? It goes way up until they poison trip me into oblivion, potentially. So, for example, in a marriage, for instance, if you really trust a client, then you could consider locking yourself into committing only with that client. I don't think it's impossible. For example, when I work with people, I try to be really great to work with. Despite what you might be here, I try to be totally amazing to the people I work with. So that being the case, if you find somebody my age, you can actually commit to them. But you got to be aware of what you're putting yourself into. If I just get one high-paying client that gets me all the same income, you know, I think of a great girlfriend. Let's say I have a client that'll pay me double what I get from all my clients put together, and because I could work with only that one client, we could have a really fun time together, and I could do even better work. That'd be pretty cool, right? If you truly believe that a girl is of that level, then you could commit. But what happens when you shut down your lead generation? No more free tour, no more promotion. What happens? You're coming at a momentum with converting. Women make themselves vulnerable in a relationship. How do men make themselves vulnerable in a relationship? You think you have it bad? When you make yourself vulnerable, they do too. Aging. Women are losing years of their prime. If a girl meets you at 28 and stays with you to 34, and then you don't have kids together, and she goes back in the fucking dating thing, she's got another year to get over it and not be wounded, and now she's 35. Another 6 months to find a guy, now she's 36. Another year or two to be in a relationship with him, 37, 38. Say they break up, window gone. These girls have it rough. You think they have it so good, but if I had a seminar for women, guys always want to think of their perspective. Women have to deal with bullshit too, bro. Women poison trip us, they emotionally abuse us. Women get emotionally abused too, and you know what other kind of abuse they get? Bam, they get physical abuse, okay? So there's always both sides. Men, we get divorced, we get fucked over financially. A lot of women get knocked up by some deadbeat guy, and they're raising a kid in an apartment by themselves too. Guys and girls hurt each other, so quit feeling sorry for yourself. Men and women do fucked up shit to each other. Nonetheless, oftentimes, these are seminars for men. Women have their issues too. Never delude yourselves. But if this was a seminar for men, as a man, if we shut down our lead generation funnel, how does that make us vulnerable? They can totally dictate the terms. Now the other problem is, what if that one amazing client just tells you all day how great you are, and then you go to do work that would impress that client, and then that client just says, I love you the way you are, don't work that hard, and then all those skills that you had go down, and then they leave you, and your lead generation funnel shuts down. Now what happens? That's what happens to a lot of men. Who here has ever been through that? I've been through it myself, all right? So that's game.
That's game. Now also, lead retention, what else do you have to do in your lead retention funnel? It's not just fucking good. What else do you have to do? Little videos, text message, fun things, invite them to things. Because let's say you have sex with a girl, but you don't keep engaging her after, she ain't just gonna keep waiting for months and months to see you again. In some cases she may, but in many she won't. So let's say you send her a little text. You gotta be really good at making her feel okay that she's part of a little tribe, and also that you're having sex with other women. You have to make her feel good about that, and you have to make that a win for her. So you have to provide ongoing value. If we do this hot seat, like RSD says, you gotta keep making videos and all this shit. So what gets laid out is then you got to make better offers. Some people do immersions, some people do hot camps. So we talk about it, a funnel. And the funnel works, but you've got to be aware of how much compliance you're going to get versus not. You got to be aware of where that person is with you. Give them what they need and no more, and build value and connection, and then more and more and more. And if they get uncomfortable, back off, back off, back off. It's essentially how it's working, okay? So I'll give you a couple examples. The first thing you want to do is work on the products. The second thing you want to do is work on the marketing and reach of the products. So what does that mean, to work on the products? Well, in a business, it can mean having something great to offer. Like if you're going to do a hot seat, make it a great event. If you're going to do a boot camp, make that a great event. That's the product. But does product quality alone make the sale? It can help with word of mouth. If you laid the pipe really good, she'll tell her friends, and maybe you'll fuck her friends too. But product quality only goes so far. So then you got to have marketing, which is a great offer. In a funnel, you have to build a funnel. What else do you have to have? Reach. Reach. What does reach mean in business? How many eyeballs is that getting out in front of? All right, so as a man, what do you do to work on your product? The more mainstream stuff, let's say go to your gym, good style, could be good. More mainstream way of thinking, self-improvement, your business, that shit. Get on your purpose, they'll tell you. Now with game, they'll say living present in the moment, to live on your purpose, being grounded in your center as a man. The game aspects, pushing and pulling, funny stories, or what we call game. All right, so there's your product, okay? Then what you have is you have to work on your reach, okay? That's working on your product, but then you also have to have a good offer, right? You need a good offer and you need a good funnel. So what's your offer and what's your funnel?
Use the right lane to take exit 50.
You better have a damn good funnel. So as a guy, what's your funnel? It's everything from how good is your Instagram story. Go watch Owen RSD's Instagram story. If you go into his Instagram and you click on it, what you're gonna see, you know, what you're always gonna see is a bunch of girls watching your stories, right? So you'll click on your little button and you'll see who's been checking out your shit. And then you go down your little list and it gives you a list of who's been watching, right? You're gonna see like, this is a new one. Where'd I meet her? Follow back, beautiful girl. I met her out somewhere, clearly. I don't remember. This is probably a girl I met out somewhere. If I could remember your name, I would. Who are you? Let's see, was I DMing her? Got it. Here's a girl I met in Austin like months ago. Cute. She's watching me from Texas right now. So there's my lead funnel. Okay? So my Instagram, that's my lead funnel. How about my funnel for that night? Alright? So I'm the product, the funnel is Instagram, which leads to a party, which leads to a day two, which leads to sex. Now, what else is your funnel for that night? Because some girls are going to want to buy right there. Bop, 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 bop. Fuck. Social proof is the marketing. Logistics. Where's your house? Do you have condoms on you? What does your room look like? What does your closing look like? Fucking A. One of the breakthroughs of my closing location was not just having a bed, but having a futon on the balcony. With a futon on the balcony, I could walk by the bed. So now she's been on my bed, sit out the patio door, sit on the futon. So now she doesn't feel slutty. Later, as we get in the rapport, push the bed on, it becomes a futon on, becomes a bed, watch things on my laptop. Laptop we got our kids, because the floating on, then we hop on the bed and have sex on the futon. Bang, 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 bang. You see that? How many places in my room do you think have condoms? Everywhere! There's condoms everywhere! What happens if that girl is in a bind state and you want to have sex and you start derping around for the fucking condoms? You miss the fucking window. For example, if you're doing a sale, you know, for one of my events, free tour, and they walk up to the desk, and I'm doing a sale, and they pull out a credit card, and they have to wait 7 or 8 minutes, I will never fucking see them again. That's why when I'm doing
while you answer that motherfucker's question, you're gonna lose $1,200. And you'll be like, please, can I just take it? This credit card? They don't understand that when someone's in a buying state, that's a state of mind. It's a window that lasts for a second. That's how women are. When they're gonna fuck you is a state of mind. Do you understand what it took to fucking get that person there? I don't even enjoy fucking women anymore. I don't.
You don't understand what it took to get here? Years and years. Improving my game, improving my public speaking, hundreds of thousands of dollars to make all this shit. Get online, book the hotel, $1,000. Blah, 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 blah. Get these bitches into a bind state. I don't even want to fuck these bitches anymore.
That fleeting couple of seconds of fucking bind state that motherfucker might be willing to buy to get to that point. What's funny is every qualified lead, do you know what that's worth? The lead's a shit, your shit. That guy sitting there is not just the $300. What did it cost to get that motherfucker there? How many thousands of things had to happen to get that guy there? It's so crazy. When you go to a club, do you understand how fucking lucky you are? Some guy's like, I have to pay a $5 cover. You have promoters? Try rounding up 10 girls to come out with you sometime. Actually try it sometime. Really produce a fucking result. That club probably has like 15 different promoters who are struggling to get in like 20 girls each to get those 300 girls there. They have to hire a DJ. They have to pay the monthly rent on that fucking venue. They gotta live in a city that would house where the girls would be to come to that club. That's even a miracle that exists. Get the fucking music, playing the DJ, the booze, all that bullshit to get those 300 girls in there so that you can go leech off of it and generate more leads. Do you see that? When I do a party at my house, fuck! I often will invite like 500 girls or something. To get those 500 girls to show up at the house, how many girls do I have to go approach over several months? Thousands. Put them in my Insta stories, do my Insta stories, and then manually go in and make video DMs and written DMs. I have to invite about 1,500 girls to get the 500 girls to come. Now, if you want to get 500 girls to a party, how many do you invite? 1,500. Say that you want to have 200 guys at the party and 500 girls. If you want to get 200 guys to a party, you invite 0 guys. None. You hide the fucking party. And then you will get 3,000 guys at your door. that you'll have to purchase security to get rid of in a fashion in which the neighborhood doesn't get mad because there's a mob of angry, rageful dudes that are drunk outside your door. You know what the biggest problem is? Raging men who are thinking, you know what they're thinking? Why can't I just come in? Let me just come in. What's the problem? It's a party. I just want to party. Okay, motherfucker. Then you go out, you go round up leads for months and months, pay the money. My neighborhood like wants to throw me in the worst fucking torture chamber ever. Deal with angry neighbors, conversations with authorities, all that to run some fucking party so I can have these 500 qualified leads sitting in a room. You see what I'm saying here? But they just want to come in. Yo, you want to come in? Give me 10 grand. You can come in this party. Because I promise you, I lost more than 10 grand running around spending hours and hours and hours to get those girls there. You see what I'm saying here? The hardest part in any business is qualifying leads. Being in a room that are convertible. To get those 200 guys to a free event in Minneapolis, you know how many things have to fucking happen to make that occur? Say I have a new instructor for Girl Interrupter, or Gal Interrupter, or Pal Joey, or whatever. To get that guy up and running with thousands and thousands of views costs millions of dollars. Rather than me pocketing the money when I do a product launch, instead of keeping $1 million, I'm going to take that shuttle and back of this bottomless fire pit to make it to where one of my new instructors will have videos that did 20,000 views in rooms with like 200,000 people. Probably cost like $40 million over 15 years. Do you understand that? That's what it took to generate those leads. But here's the cool thing. Once you've done it, now you've done it. Now you have a business. And building the business is fun. So the hardest thing is getting qualified leads into an area. But guess what? That's been handled. Good news. Who got the qualified leads with you? In game. Not in a business like a seminar business, but in game. Who got those qualified leads? The nightclub got it for you. The city got it for you. When you go to that little day game area, and there's a bunch of girls running around there, not as dense as a club, but there's something, all those little shopping centers and shit provided that lead generation for you. So now you gotta have a funnel
right onto Pico Boulevard.
Maybe there's a problem in your retention, okay? So you got to build out your system in that manner. So stop and think about it. If someone was going to ask you, you're going to think about product quality, you're going to think about offer, and you're going to think about funnel. All right, and maybe even retention. So product quality. What are some areas as far as product quality that some of you cats would like to improve in? What do you think gets more sex? Product quality or product marketing? Marketing. What gets more sales? Killjuice with all these nutrients, or some sugar bomb like Coca-Cola that has billions of dollars pumped into the marketing? All right, so in the same way, what do you think gets laid more? A guy who went to Harvard, who, let's just say, he's got washboard abs, and he went to Harvard, and he's rich, versus a slimy club promoter who's really good at pumping women's states, really good at just getting them into logistically favorable environments for closing, and is just really good at leading them to a close. Who do you think's better, gets laid more? A greasy, ugly club promoter, or a guy from Harvard who's too busy to fucking go out and game people? So what do most guys do in our society as far as getting laid? What do they focus on? They think that they're going to get the product, build it and they will come mentality. It could happen, don't get me wrong. I love working on product quality. I'm obsessed with it, but that's a passion. When I talk to business consultants and they see that I put this huge amount of time into product quality, what do you think they tell me? Stop. I don't listen because I was never in this just for money. I love what I do. So when you see me doing what I do so good, now most of you guys don't know, like, for instance, RSD's boot camp has a 3-to-1 student to instructor ratio. It's capped at 3-to-1. They do a good job. Any business that follows that. Do you guys know what it actually costs to cap an infield boot camp at 3 people? Do you know what that costs? Do you know what the expenses that is? You'd be giving up tens of thousands of dollars every boot camp for people that can decline to keep that ratio small. In addition, do you think the instructors are thrilled that you capped them at only 3 students? You don't think they want to leave so they can fill it up with shitloads? Of course, especially once you provide them with a platform and leads and all that. Now they'd be free to just do whatever product quality they want. So understand that that hurts your business
Turn left onto Hollis
at an instructor happiness level, but also like a financial level, which also reduces your funds to go to do marketing. So why you cap shit it? It's 3 students to 1. Why do you do that? It's irrational just because you love the product. However, how does that benefit you money-wise that you cap it at 3-to-1? There's a hidden element. There's ways to do boot camps with 20 students that you'd be thrilled about. It's not just scarcity. Here's what it is. A guy could run a 100-person boot camp and make it super safe. What they say in business, what you can't fix, you feature. Tony Robbins, how do you build a seminar? He's got 10,000 a seminar. You're not going to Anthony Robbins in spite of the 10,000. You're going to Anthony Robbins because of the 10,000. How cool is it to be in a room with 10,000 people losing their shit? Oh, wow. He does giant crowd mobbing, giant crowd cheers. What you can't fix, you feature. If you go to a 10,000 person seminar, it's kind of cool to go to the 10,000 one. I want to see this big mob. So what you can't fix, you feature. What you can't fix, you feature. It's not a bug, it's a feature. You don't need to do a 3-to-1 student ratio. However, there's a hidden cost. Now, let's say you didn't believe in the boot camp, but let's say you had a media attack in you and you didn't believe in your work and you get demoralized. Then you might quit. And when you quit, the lifetime value of what you brought in goes away. How many pickup teachers do you see over the years who just fucking quit? Shit tons. They'll just come to you and they'll be like, how do you keep going? How do you find the drive to keep going? Because I'm in it for something I love. And the same reason why guys say, why do you keep gaming? It's because I found something that I love. The fact that I love game doesn't necessarily make me better at game. I think it does, but it makes me have longevity. Passion promotes longevity. Okay? Passion promotes longevity. All right? If you believe that women are getting lucky by fucking you, and you believe women love the experience of fucking you, you're going to go out and keep going out fucking more women. If you believe that you're getting lucky, going out, there's hidden things, there's hidden intangibles in marketing. So, my passion and my inevitable black, my revenue, but it's an intangible that keeps me keep going. And once you keep going, you get more revenue overall. It makes me a more impactful public speaker, etc., etc., etc. Now understand, what you can't fix, you feature applies to all of you with respect to product quality. If you're short, you can feature that. If you're old, you can feature that. But it's something that will be featured to a smaller audience. There'll be less people that like it, but it can be niche, for example. For example, if you're short, there's a stunning girl that you can have sex with because you have an open relationship. And she's super hot. She's so hot. She was 20 when you started having sex, now she's 21. Swedish girl, stunning. And all her boyfriends are not that good looking, even though she's so hot. The short guy likes to keep it open. You ask her why she dates the guys who are ugly, and she goes, you know what? I like it when I walk into a room with a guy, and they go, why is she with him? She's so hot compared to them.
She wants to be hotter than the person she's with. She wants that star satellite. A lot of girls don't want to be with a granite statue perfect man, and it makes them feel like shit. Although many of them do, let's not delude ourselves. But the point is, there's always a way. Look, I know girls that exclusively only want to date Asian guys. If they see a white dude, they are super turned off. It's a smaller group than the ones that want to date white dudes, but that group loves Asian guys. So what do? And I don't care what race you are. It applies for all races, I promise you. So what do? You go out and you generate more leads until you find the ones that like it. There's not a lot of people that like Gal and Repta. But because I have reach, I can find the people that I like. And then when I find the people that I like, and I get a room full of guys that are basically lined up to kiss the fucking ring, and they'll be like, GI, GI, GI. And it's like, God, it's like I'm a little king. And yet, in most of society, I'd be viewed as a pariah. So what did I do? I did what most people won't do. And you know what that is? I accepted that I'm going to alienate the people who don't matter to be loved by the people that do. Alienate the people who don't matter to be loved by the people who do. Loved by the people who do. Alienate the people who don't matter so you can be loved by the people who do. By the people who do. Alienate the people who don't matter so you can be loved by the people who do.
Next right onto Rose Avenue.
Serve the people who love you above and beyond. And the rest, don't worry about it. Now, to be fair, with some people, take that a little bit too far and land in hot water, become a little unrelatable. So for most of you, you're not going to have to go on CNN because you didn't relate to SJWs. So just understand that for most of you, that will be the case. I might have just driven from the Holmby Hills to fucking Venice Beach because I thought Venice Beach would be fun, and then I realized it sucks here for the app I'm working under, and Venice Beach isn't that poppin' Christmas Eve, but whatever. Now, what's gonna make it shit more popular? Capping at 3 students so that more people in a giant room knew about it? Or taking that same effort and building a shit ton of infomercials and spreading those infomercials everywhere and putting your energy into that? What would make more money for me? Right, that's right. In the same way, a guy who went to Harvard, the product quality is nothing compared to the fuckboy greasy club promoter. Club promoters will fuck way hotter girls. Club promoters on average fuck the most elite women in society. The women that guys will cut their fucking arm off for. And here's the craziest part, in their prime. That same girl, like Jessica Alba, how old is Jessica Alba? It's one thing to fuck Jessica Alba at 35. It's another thing to fuck Jessica Alba at 19. It's another thing to fuck Jessica Alba at 22 or 24. You know who's gonna fuck her at 22? A club promoter. You know who's gonna fuck her at 31? Maybe the Harvard guy. You see? I met a good girl who's smart. But before she was smart, and she was just a goddess in her prime, that guy fucked her in her prime. That greasy club promoter. And those years before. Because she fucked that guy by choice, by emotion, and later she fucked the Harvard guy by logic. So always understand that your marketing is going to be more important than your product quality. However, why do we work on product quality? Think about it this way. You should definitely go to the gym. But you should go to the gym for the same reason that I suggest you cap anything like a boot camp at 3 students. For passion, quality, and self-esteem. Passion, quality, and self-esteem. You should go to the gym for self-esteem. But do understand, if you were a club promoter and you were on cocaine, you would get laid more if you went to the gym and were on KO. The marketing's always going to beat product quality. Then again, most girls, after they fuck the club promoter, they feel a little weird and they don't want to talk about it. The same way that, you know, sometimes you get duped by marketing, you don't like the product that good if you feel that way. Product marketing, what is that? Product marketing is your game. So product quality is who you are as a man. Product marketing is your game. Game is what you see in infield videos. Humor, leading, fun, playfulness, get the validation, all that kind of stuff. All right? So that's your marketing. From there, I'm going to talk about that today. Talk about funnel. What is funnel? Your funnel is your ongoing communication with a girl combined with your offers. So what is your ongoing communication with a girl in this day and age? Someday in the future it'll be different.
Take the next left onto San Juan Avenue, then turn left onto Electric Avenue.
For those of us to make it better, what do we got? Someday you want to know what your funnel's going to look like? If modern society doesn't break down from environmental disaster, holograms, babe.